Work on your behalf. Once you pay your money and you give we give the offerings on your behalf, whether it be a chicken or a piece of goddamn bread. That's not, I'm just exaggerating now. But a piece of bread. Let them work on your behalf. Once we say, well, we need you to work on this person's behalf, and then, you know what, we give them the offering, let them work. Because a lot of times, we as human beings want everything so goddamn quick and fast, you don't give it time to work. I've seen it like that, and people complain, and, you know, let me tell y'all something. If you are going to do this type of work, and you're going to want to get readings all the time, and pay your money all the time, and do all that, then be patient.
But we live in a microwave society, and what I mean by that, everybody wants something quick, fast, quick, fast. They want, they want everything fast. They want everything to go right away. People want everything fast, and it's like nobody takes their time for anything. They want success overnight. They want money overnight. They want love overnight. They want everything overnight, and sometimes these situations that people find themselves in that need spiritual work, it took longer than overnight for you to get in that situation. So sometimes you got to be mindful of that and realize it's going to take you a little bit longer to get out of a situation that somebody did spiritual work on, because the spirit has to go in, clean up, go in and block a person here, protect this person here, protect this person here. It's just like when you ask the spirit for money and protection, the spirit is going to do what's priority to spirit first. It's going to go protect you first, and then it's going to go bring you the money. So a lot of times, like my wife said, you just got to be patient for the things that you ask for.
That's right. You got to be very patient. The number one thing, too, is righteousness. And when I say righteousness, that means that you do righteous with your work. Okay? Don't do no evil. Don't harm nobody. Don't do rituals on nobody. Okay? We had people come to us that one guy came in, he called me, he was from Miami. Oh, I heard you was really good with the ritual. Do you think you could kill somebody for me? I said, what? Let's get off my goddamn phone with that bullshit. I said, we don't do stuff like that. I don't know what y'all do in Miami with your little Cuban stuff or whatever y'all do, Paulo, but we don't do all that. We're not killing nobody, right? Oh, well, I need somebody dead because they tried to kill me. I said, well, we don't do that. Bye. Click. Right? You have some practitioners, and let me tell y'all this, which is happening right now, that are doing work like that, and they're dropping like flies. They're dying because of the evil work they've done over the years. And I'm talking about, I know a few of them. A few of them that was doing evil shit, putting rituals on people, making them sick, doing all kind of evil shit. And guess what, y'all? Some of them I knew dropped dead. Like 3 of them I knew dropped dead.
Kid ABM say they don't care down there.
You know, Kane, I know you from Miami too. They don't care. But what's happening to them now is they're dropping dead like flies because of all the shit, because they was being greedy for the money. So they'll do shit like that, especially with big money, stuff like that. Oh, kill him. I want his money. Kill her. I want her money. I hear all kind of stories from the Hispanic to the Haitians to the hoodoos. You understand? It don't matter. They're all practitioners that I know that was doing evil. A lot of them are having problems, either sick or dying.
Yeah, and a lot of times too, what happens is the customer, right? The customer go get spiritual work here, go get spiritual work there, go get spiritual work from somebody else. They get mad at the practitioner. They try to go get spiritual work on a practitioner with another practitioner, and then the spirits start attacking. Some people have some spirits that attack that people don't even know they deal with, and them spirits just start attacking because they see the evil this person is doing.
That's right. That's why it's so important, and especially in the traditions we deal with. And I deal with 3. One that I was born into, okay, Akan and Yoruba, right? So, which mine's is called Flutista, and then Akan and then Yoruba. So let me just tell you this: people got to understand. This stuff is not a joke. And yes, rituals and spells are very effective. Now, spells, pretty much I say that's a lower level of magic. Okay? Dealing with candle work, hoodoo stuff. That's not to say it's not powerful, because really, the truth of the matter, it is you who puts the power behind those spells and those rituals.
Yeah, because them old hoodoo workers, they had some thump today, man.
Well, they were powerful, and they wasn't using no candle work. See, a lot of people think hoodoo is associated only with candle work. They was doing a lot of African stuff too.
Yeah, they was doing a lot of African stuff and didn't know it, but because they used the Bible a lot in their rituals, you know, they thought the power was in the Bible, but the power was really in them. And also they did use spirits. A lot of, you know, they used his name, but it was associated with death. So they did a lot of stuff like that. But you had good practitioners back then that refused to do any ritual work to kill somebody because they knew that was going to come back on them.
Right.
The ones that did a lot of death rituals, believe it or not, with a hoodoo practitioners that were pastors and shit. A lot of them that I read about did a lot of death rituals on people. You know,
and that's a goddamn shame. That's a goddamn. Let me tell y'all something.
They be in the church and they called them two-headed doctors. Because they did good and they did evil.
Did bad, right? Yeah. And see, the thing about it, let me tell you, I can't stand them. I'm gonna change it. I can't stand their asses. Okay, because y'all know what I was gonna say. There's one thing I don't like is I don't like evil. It's not a coincidence that I got love in my middle name. Daddy named me, right? I got love in my middle name because I don't like evil. And what's sad about it is how could you be so evil to want to kill people? And you know, they was doing it a lot back then with land. They didn't want the sister to have the land, so they would try to do work and root on them to kill them. This ain't no different than Africa. I had a young brother. He was born here, but his father was Nigerian. And he went back home to Africa, but he called me for protection to go home to Africa. Because he said his aunt was doing voodoo, not voodoo, doing work on him, sending spirits to him over in Africa. Do y'all know the protection I gave him in Africa, right? Back home in Africa. They couldn't touch him. And I'm not even bragging about it. I'm just telling y'all the stuff they were doing. They were trying to kill him because the father left the land to him.
And they was looking at him wondering why nothing was happening.
Right, why nothing was happening to him because he had protection. I had to make him like the protection pouches like these with the medicines in it. So I made him one and he wore it and then they couldn't touch him. He said they took him, it was like the medicine ones like these. So they took him to a place and he said he was scared. He said because he knew that they was all surrounding him trying to do work and they was doing some type of chanting and stuff like that. He said and still nothing happened to him. They couldn't wonder what was going on. Right? That's one of the mistakes they make when they think that Africans in America are not powerful. Right?
Yeah.
Because they, sometimes they think that in other places, in other countries.
Yeah.
But you know what? At the end of the day, of course, my maternal side is African, but at the end of the day, my father's lineage is African too from back then. But they was also powerful because my father did spiritual work. My grandmother did spiritual work, although she was a pastor in the church. That's on my father's side. And my mother's side, all traditional healers. So with saying that, family, what we got to understand is that these people thought that he was not going to be able to get protection.
Over here.
Okay? Yeah. But it was sad because they really tried to kill him because they wanted to take the land from him because his father had a lot of money and a lot of land. So these are some of the things that they do with rituals and spells, and it's not good. My thing is, I'm going to tell y'all like this, the more righteousness you do, right, the more you cannot be touched. Let me say it again. The more righteousness you do, you cannot be touched. They can do what the hell they want to do. And not only I'm telling you this, but also the elders in Africa will tell you this too. Right?
Yeah, long as you're doing what's right.
Long as you're doing what's right, I feel sorry for them. Because not only that, a lot of us have our own ancestors that walk with us. Right? Because a lot of times you get people saying, oh, he don't know nothing about no magic. I had a client the other day. We get a lot of clients, y'all. We get a lot, and I'm even exaggerating. We get a lot of clients. And
a lot of spiritual requests.
Right. This client said that, she knew that the lady was trying to do work on her, and this didn't happen, that didn't happen. I said, and I was reading her, I said, because you have a lot of ancestors around you. Some people have a very powerful line of ancestors and spirits. There's some people who have spirits that walk with them, and they're supposed to be doing this work, but they don't even know it. Right? They don't even know it. One time years ago when I was doing a radio show, y'all remember the radio show? So when I was doing a radio show, this Hispanic girl called in from New York. And she said, and I was doing readings that night on the radio, and she said, Nikki, she said, you have a lot of ingangas around you, a lot of ingangas, right? Witches. I said, I know. She told me.
Bamba huye huye Bamba huye huye Bamba